I just burned my mouth. Damn it. It's apple jam. It just tastes like dog food. As a veteran of a war myself, I found myself eating military rations, and a lot of people wonder what's inside a Russian military ration. Now today we're going to open this up, we're going to taste it. Hopefully it's a different menu than what I've tasted before, but if you've never seen one, today's the day where you get to see exactly what's inside, and we're going to talk about why I think that the Russian one is much better than the American MRE. Just from the gate, I can tell you this right here is obviously made for one whole day. Whereas the American military ration, we get one for one meal. It's called a meal ready to eat. Now, that is one of the biggest differences, is that this one is definitely for all day. It's not one meal. And that is probably the most important thing about it. Yes, it's a little bit heavier, but it's going to take care of you the whole day. Again, I think that the Russian military is used to fighting wars a little bit different. We went over that the last time. The last wars that America's been in, it's very fast paced, very fast moving. And we all know how it's going in Russia and Ukraine. So this is much different. Let's open it up. Now, I think, well, I've never really known how to open this. It opens just like that, like a box. Holy moly, this thing is jam-packed. Let's go over this really quickly so you can see what's inside. By the way, this is my wife, Ksenia. If you don't know her, she's part of the channel, and she's the Russian one in the relationship, so she's going to help us with the translation of each part of the menu.
Okay, this puree from apples. In Russian, it's puree из яблок. This must be delicious.
It has to be, for sure.
Okay, фарш колбасный. It's mean like smashed meat from sausages, something like this.
I can tell you right now, I'm probably not going to like that.
This плавленый сыр. It's soft cheese, what you put on a bread. This ragu is овощей. It's like smash puree from vegetables.
All right.
And this one, it's bacon армейский.
I gotta tell you guys, the Russians don't know how to cook bacon. They don't do bacon the American way. The American way is the best way. Nice, good bacon. We'll see how that turns out.
And this one, it's паштет нежный, tender паштет. It's delicious.
I had so much problems with this. I don't eat pashtet. Comment below if you don't like it, because I feel like some people don't like it, but they act like they do just to be cool with Russian people. I don't. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little cans. Okay, that's a lot. Just this compared to an American MRE, this right here is already more protein, I believe, than what you would get in one MRE in the United States, because this is a lot of food.
I think it's even a full meal for everything. Like you can make sandwich, you can eat and have dessert.
Yeah, we're gonna continue on with this box, and one fascinating thing is that they have like wheat and flour crackers. They put 4 of them. In America, we have 1 pack where it's like 2 by 2, so it's these two like this. It's 1 pack, basically, 1 pack of crackers. And here on the Russian MRE, it gives you 4 because this is for all day, and it gives you different flavors. So also the Russians really like to put the pashtet and all the different stuff on these. We're gonna do that as well. We're doing it the Russian way if we can. Inside of the MRE for Russia, you also have 3 packs of sugar. You have a fruit powder for juice. This is very similar to the American one. It does have it, but in smaller quantities. And they have like a little energy powder for your juices. They have 2 powders for juice. This is crazy. We're gonna set this aside. Of course, it has a little bit of candy. This is chocolate. Hopefully it's delicious. We're gonna taste that a little bit later. And just to show, you know, it has 3 spoons. So you don't have to get one dirty and keep using it, or you can have it for different days. Really cool. Here's some gum in this powder. I mean, in this little pack. We also do have gum in the American MRE. Russians love tea. This is Indian tea. And this is like a little a milk powder. These are the main meals. There's 3 of them. We're gonna have Ksenia back on to tell us what those are. But here we have the actual heating system. Okay, the biggest difference that we had, I told you guys, the American one is heated with water, but this one's heated with these tablets. This is for all weather. And the Russian people said that there is a water heater in the Russian MREs, but this one's different. Here are some other little packs that we left. This is salt and pepper. This is another applesauce. And this should be really delicious. They give you 3 napkins. They're like wet napkins. A little bit of coffee. A knife. And please comment below if I'm right or wrong. Are these tablets for purifying water? Or some sort of pills for something? People were saying that this is for cleaning water. But there's 2 of them, so I'm not sure. What are they for? There's small ones and big ones. Please help me, guys. What are these for?
Okay, now we will look what we have here. This каша гречневая с говядиной. It's buckwheat with beef.
Oh man, the buckwheat. This is so famous in Russia. Do you guys like this stuff, buckwheat?
I don't like it, honestly. Many Russians really love it, but I don't.
I feel that when you say things that Russians really like, they say, huh, how are you Russian? So that's buckwheat.
Yeah. Гуляш с картофелем, it's beef, like when you cook, it's really long, it's nice and tender. Beef and potatoes.
Beef and potato sounds good.
And last one, it's frikadельки из говядины. It's meatball with beef too.
Hopefully this is good. It sounds like it could be, but who knows, all right? Before we get into this, look at how much stuff we have here. This is ridiculous. This can feed up it can feed like 4 or 5 guys for one day. In my opinion, you can ration this. Again, the American MRE is made for 1 meal, and it's pretty bulky, but this came in 1 box. This came in 1 box. Really well packaged. I'm really surprised. I'm still very surprised that you can fit so much food, so much type of food. Let's start with the big meals first. We'll start heating one by one up, and then we'll start eating some of this other stuff, okay? Let's go. Like I said, this is the heating system. You have your matches. I heard that the matches will turn on almost anywhere. And you have your tablets. Let's open this up so we can heat some of this food up. Always look at instructions, okay? It's very clear. It's not so hard. You just open these, put the tablet inside, and then light it on fire. We're gonna eat the potatoes and beef. They told us not to make holes on them. We're not gonna make holes on it this time, but now it's time to light this fire. Oh, wow. And then you just put the meal on top. Okay, guys, the reason why I'm trying this one first is because I know I hate it. So I want to get it out of the way right now. Look at. Can't even open the damn thing. Oh, look at that. Damn it. Ksenia's father likes it, so everything we don't eat, Ksenia's father's gonna eat. Now I'm gonna open up some crackers here because Russians say you must eat pashtet with crackers. So babe, I'm supposed to put it on there?
Yes. You can put not so big layer, you know.
Yeah. That doesn't look good at all.
Just mash it. You have knife, remember?
Oh, yeah. I don't want to touch other things with pashtet, though. Okay. That's how it is. We'll close that. Let's go. Not so bad. It just tastes like dog food. To me, it tastes like when you open a dog food meat, like a can of dog food meat, it feels like that's what it tastes like. I might eat some more just to verify. If anybody has a dog and they have those pedigree cans of food, it smells exactly like a can of food, like a can of dog food. And that's why I think it tastes like dog food, because it smells exactly like a can of food from a dog.
It sounds like your beef already done.
We're gonna let that go until it explodes. Oh. Okay, guys, let's try something else here. I believe, which one's the one for vegetables?
Blue one.
We're gonna open this up and try the vegetable puree. It's like a vegetable sauce. And these things are tough, man. Gee whiz. Am I doing this wrong? Okay, there we go. That's what it looks like. We'll use the same pashtet one. Check this out. Get close up here. Look at that.
It's so good.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm definitely gonna get, and these crackers are really good. Here we go. Oh, it's sour. It looked good, but it's a little bit a little sour. I'm gonna open up one of these towels so I can clean myself. We're gonna let that burn off all the way. I feel like they give you 3 tablets so that you can cook the entire meal with it. It's gonna go until it cooks. While we wait for that to cook, something that I was wondering is, why do they give you packs of juice but not a bag to put this powder in? You know, that's very strange. In the American one, they give you a plastic bag and you dump it in there and you can taste it. Luckily for me, I brought some water. So what we're gonna do is throw the mix inside and then we get to see what it tastes like, okay? All right. Let's see what this looks like. Looks like a little bit red. If it's not enough, I'll put the other one. But look, see how sugary it is? In a combat zone, when you get a little bit of sugar, it feels a little bit like home. Let's get a taste of that. Oh yeah. That's the best thing we've tasted this entire time. Wow, that's perfect. Perfect. This bottle's 1.5 liters, so that might be about almost probably half a liter, to be honest, more than half a liter. So the ratio is pretty good. For one little bag, you get quite a lot of juice. Really impressive. That's the Russian juice from the military rations. Very good. Very, very good. Look at that. There's this little bag here and it's not outside. Anyways, let's open this up. Hopefully it's not so hard. Okay, now it's opened. Jesus, everything's so hard. There it is right there. Ooh, that looks good. There's that little plastic thing I was talking about right here. That's that plastic holding it in. I'm making a mess. We'll use the same spoon. Now this looks promising. Okay. I just burned my mouth! Damn it! That works. We're gonna let that cool off. Let's try some applesauce. I just burned my mouth. Very unpleasant. So we're gonna try one of our applesauces, okay? Let's hope. Yeah, that one opens a little bit better. I'm scared now to taste this, but I'll just do it like this. Oh, I think it's for the cracker. It's not applesauce, it's apple jam. Wow. It's apple jam. Mmm. It has apple and honey. It's honey apple. Wow. Whoa. I just wanted to clean it off there. Whatever this is, guys, can you read that? Whatever that is delicious. Oh, no, no. This one's gonna kill me. I know it. This one's with cracker too? Okay. Here we go. Nice generous piece. I hate this kind of stuff. I hate it because it's just like dog food, man. Okay, done. Alright, here we go. Tastes like dog food again. It smells like dog food. It tastes like dog food. The good thing is that I burned my mouth with this, but it tasted really good. The 2 seconds it was in my mouth, the 1 second. So we're going back to the potatoes and beef. That's really good. Now, in the military, what I like to do is I like to break crackers into main meals like this. If you were in the Russian military, tell me if this is something you did. It just adds to your meal, and in my opinion, it makes it taste more delicious. So this is something that we would do, is break crackers and eat it like this. That's about a 7 out of 10 right there. The only thing that can make it better is hot sauce. Russian MREs don't have it. Now, they said that this was cheese. What I'm thinking is I put some cheese on the cracker and then I could eat some of that beef and potatoes. So this is what the cheese looks like. Golly. Or it doesn't look like. Oh no. It's not what I was expecting. Okay. It's feeling like rubbery. But that's the idea. We put cheese there. We'll take a bite. Mmm. Oh my God. You have to try this. Wow, the cheese itself is amazing. The cheese itself on a cracker like this is incredible. This is the... Wow. That is Mexican style Russian MRE eating. Oh, after this bite, we're gonna give the camera woman a bite like this to see if she likes it. Mmm. Let's see Senya eat.
Okay, I will try it. This much?
Yeah.
And put all in my
Take a
mouth?
big bite, yeah. Oh no. I've seen you eat sushi better than that. Grab some potatoes if you need.
It's really big piece. It's really good, but these potatoes how my mom made. That's why I really like it. Really delicious.
That beef and potatoes was so delicious. Let's put on now the meatballs made from beef to cook. We already know how we're gonna do it. Using our tools here, we'll set that up and then we're gonna try some maybe bacon. We have the other meatballs beefs cooking. This is gonna be the bacon. I'm not sure if you're supposed to heat it up, but it doesn't give you 4 tablets of fire, or else it would be for heating up. And just like everything else, it's really hard to open. Oh God, I don't even want to look at it. That is not... I don't know if this is what Russians like to eat. I don't know if this is supposed to be this way, but look at that. I'm not gonna taste a lot of this. This is not how we eat bacon. Maybe this is how you guys do it, but it just looks like another style of pashtet to me. So what I'll do is I'll mix it up like this and I'll put it on a cracker for you. I'm not excited about this at all. This is probably, I'm more nervous to taste this than the pashtet, to be honest. Oh no. Let's mix it up and then I'll get back to you. So now that I've mixed it up, Ksenia said, you know, everything of these little packs you're supposed to eat with crackers. This is fat. You're supposed to eat it like this. It's how it is. Okay, we'll do it. We'll put it on the cracker. And I'm going to be honest, this also smells like dog food. This doesn't smell like bacon. It smells like a can of dog food again. It's 100% dog food. So, salty. The texture is not what you think bacon is. It just tastes like salty fat. I don't know why that's bacon. Ugh. I'll get a little bit more. Okay, I don't want to sound weak, guys, but we're just not used to eating so much fat because we fight in the deserts. And I know Russia trains and fights in cold places, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you didn't fight in a war, so you don't need fat. But it's too much fat. That's how Russian MREs look. They have a lot of this kind of stuff, like ground meats and fatty foods. I understand why they do it, okay? Obviously, I don't eat this all the time. But to me, it smells like dog food, so my brain thinks it smells like dog food. The main meal is ready to eat. Let's open that up. Beef meatballs. This is going to be the meatball beef. And again, there is a plastic wrapper around it. We didn't take it off until it opened from that. Let's just see how this is looking like. Whoa. Not bad. I'll tell you what, this is looking promising. Now this is another type of meat that's ground meat like the pashtet, but there should be good flavor in this juice. Let's see. That's a really good flavor. So what I'm going to do is put cheese on a cracker and then take a bite of this, okay? It's going to be delicious. I already know. All right. That's the cheese. Look at that. That's the kind of food that men go to war for. Yes. Wow. That is the closest thing I've ever tasted on this MRE. That's like the American MRE. Just the cheese with the sauce and the beef. Wow. That's a home run. That's a damn home run for a military food to be that good. That was much better than the American flavor one because of this cheese, man. This cheese is on freaking fire. It's so good. I'm gonna take a lot of cheese there. Look at that. You just put it on top and go to town. That was the beef meatballs, delicious with crackers and cheese. By itself, not so delicious. Because yes, the sauce was good, but the meat didn't really have any flavor that much. So it got saved by the cheese. Now we're gonna try the applesauce. And we're gonna put the buckwheat plate to heat up, okay? So this is the next and last big menu. All the trash I'm putting back into the box, and it's fitting it's pretty nice looking. I still have a little bit of cheese left, but you can see all of that food that used to be here, it's gone. Now it's time to devour the applesauce. Let's see if it's delicious. Oh, it looks delicious. Looks like classic applesauce. Now I'm going to use a spoon for this one because it's nice and juicy. That's so good. There's nothing to say about this. It's just good. Wow. It's not very often that I eat applesauce, but you know, I remember what it tastes like. It tastes exactly what I remember. And it's a pretty big portion because I've been eating so much, I don't even want to finish this. So Ksenia's going to finish it off camera. We'll set it aside. Right over there. Our food is still cooking. The buckwheat is there. Let's try some of the chocolate. Oh. All right. I don't really like chocolate, but this doesn't look like the best kind of chocolate. Looks like chalk. It's a really, like, not really a good color on it. It's kind of suspect. Okay.
It's not so fresh.
I don't like chocolate, but I know what it's like to be in a trench or be far away from home, and something like this can make you feel like you're at home. So, yeah, the chocolate's not the best, but the military is not supposed to give you Hershey Kisses, okay? This is good enough. We're not going to get to try the tea today because, again, they didn't give you anywhere to drink it. But the military they do have canteens and stuff like this. I'm assuming that the military men, like the Russian soldier, they'll have somewhere to put the tea. I had something to put my water in, like coffee and tea. It was a small canteen metal that we used a lot. So we're not going to get to use the tea. But I do want to try out these gums. They had gum, remember? I want to clean my mouth from the chocolate. It says 10 pieces of minty gum. I put 2 in my mouth. I got rid of that dog food taste. Delicious. The creamer for the coffee, these 2 we won't be able to test. Again, we don't have a canteen. I didn't come prepared. There's enough energy in all the food that we just ate, so that's going in the box. I won't be able to finish the tea. This is salt and pepper, remember that, guys. But most of the food tasted all right in salt, even sometimes had too much salt. So we're not going to use those. And all of this is sugar. All of this is sugar. We don't need that much sugar. But in a battlefield, this is a really good amount of sugar. It gets you a little bit high even sometimes when you haven't had sugar in a long time. So sugar. We'll leave the crackers aside. And now it looks like the main course is ready. Let's take that out. What the heck? Oh man. Oh, it's just buckwheat. I don't know if it had anything else, but it's like buckwheat and meat, right? All right, let's give it a try. I said I wanted to try the worst at the beginning, but this to me is the worst. Not really juicy at all. Nope. I mean, it's not bad. Never mind. I changed my mind. Not that impressive, but it's not supposed to be. I'm really, really impressed how actually I ate more than I thought I was going to eat. Some of these things scared me. Not even talking about the dog food ones that taste like dog food, but like the main meals. All of the main meals were delicious. I can eat that buckwheat. If I was a little bit more hungry, if that was the first thing I ate, I would eat half of it. But for the most part, let me put everything away and then I'll give you basically a final analysis of the Russian MRE. That was it. This is perhaps, it has to be one of the best military rations in the world. I have eaten other countries' military rations and they're just usually for one meal, and if it's for all day, it's weird food. Like some Asian countries just got some weird stuff in their menus, but Russian MRE is for all day. You can eat for about 4 to 5 days if you ration it just right. This is not even a competition between the American and Russian one at this point, because we only get one, and you don't get that much variety. There's so many things here. Salty, you know, like very savory, very sweet, meats and vegetables. Golly, there was just so much to talk about. But I really appreciate all the comments. If you guys have any information of how to eat, how to cook, how to do any of the things, if I did anything wrong, remember to leave it in the comment section, all right? And please do subscribe if you haven't already. The channel is continuing to grow, and I really appreciate you guys in these hard times. I'll see you guys on the next one.